I know that there are some firms that kind of do cases that are a little bit faster to turn over and they might feel comfortable with a higher load. But for me, quality is so important, and being able to spend time and really think about developing the strategy for the case and to get to know my clients on a personal level is really important, I think, to the work that we do and the success of the work that we do.
And just doing these kind of cases, the writing is so intensive. And I'm doing an E2 right now. And it shouldn't take this long, but I know every time I sit down, it's gonna be at least an hour of full thought and attention to it. And it's constantly every day I gotta pay attention until I finalize it. And it's just like a big thing where I'm like, I have 50 other stuff I gotta do, and it makes it hard for me to balance that. So I'm really working on switching off. So I work on strategy, but I don't really get involved in the details of a case other than like a final review or something. And someone else is my associate is the G28 on it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I think that makes sense, right? I still do some writing. I like doing the writing. I like doing the strategizing. So I've retained a few cases, and my associate is not Russian speaking. So if it's a Russian speaking case, then sometimes I'll hold on to it. Or if it's something that's particularly complex, like we're responding to an RFE right now on an EB1AM business that the associate has been great at writing affirmative applications, but I think when you're working on an RFE response, particularly some of the types that we've been getting lately, you have to take a more aggressive posture. And it's easier for me because I already know, okay, if they're talking about the salary criterion, here's what I can cite to overcome this particular issue that they're raising. And when they're talking about leading a critical role, I've already got a case in mind. When they're conflating steps 1 and 2 of Kazarian, I'm like, oh, that's an Iguchi case. I need to cite Iguchi v. Kelly. She doesn't have that level of familiarity with the precedent yet, or with some of the, the policy memoranda or the policy manual provisions. So in many ways, once we kind of get into the area where we're in a more defensive posture, then it makes sense for me to get involved and to kind of take the lead on that.
I have a new team member who's going to be taking the bar in February. I know he's been with us for a while, but he's going to take the bar and go and be a lawyer at the firm soon. And I was like, give him cases and stuff. Then I'm like, there's a decade of reading all these policies, all these cases that I forgot. You read them, you learn this stuff over the years, so you kind of forget that you know all this stuff. But it's like I need to really work on organizing the information to be able to transfer much easier. Ideally, they would look and read and just be enthusiastic studying the stuff. But if I could speed that process up, it's good. Are there any ways? I mean, you have you wrote a book, and I had it here a second ago. Is it down here? Oh, here it is. It's intended for potential clients and immigrants, but NIL immigration. It's a great guide. I mean, it's for yourself. If not familiar with this area, reading this stuff's really good to give you a synopsis of what you're dealing with.